Hi guys, Bets Golden here. Today I'm coming at you with a fun little altered domino project. I made these three last night through some trial and error. I really like how they turned out. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I found something really cool that I didn't think about on these that I discovered as I was doing some other ones, so I'm going to show you. First of all, let me show you what I'm using. I'm just using a regular domino. It is like a porcelain type, smooth, medium. And I'm adhering the digital art here. The digital art that I'm using is actually from Calico Collage, and I would have liked to have shown it to you in its entirety, but I had cut it down, and once I realized that I wanted to do a video on this, it was too late. So I'm going to show you kind of what it comes. I'm going to show you how it comes. And this is a different page that I got that I'm going to be making the same type deal next week. And so what you do is you download a digital art page, and it's this. This is the domino page. There's 24 different images. This is, I believe, the cowgirl one. The one I'm working with today is the tattoo one. So what you do is you trim them out, and then you adhere them to a domino. I personally like Beacon 3-in-1 to adhere, and then you let that set for a little bit. Once you let that set, you go ahead and you're left with this. Now, if you notice, these corners on this domino is rounded, and the little clip art is not rounded. I do have a paper trimmer that rounds corners, but it's too severe. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and file down the edges to make it fit. Now, this is the fun part. Once we get our edges all filed down, fitting on our domino, we're going to ink the edges. I tried last night Brutus Monroe, and I am loving what the surface ink does on this. I'm going to show you why in a minute. This one, I'll show you a couple that I did with Raven Detail ink. The detail ink really probably isn't the best bet for this, simply because it is a detail ink. It's made for detail stamping, and I want something that is made for all surfaces, because what I ended up doing was I love how it looks. This grungy look is perfect, but I detailed inked all the edges of it, and then I ran it with some embossing powder and heat set it, and I like the look of that. Now this is kind of cool. I'll show you this set right here. This set, I'm doing it in sets of 3. These little ladies, same thing with this one, but when I got to this one, I decided to run the detail ink. Then I heat set it, and then I like rubbed it, and I got this really cool grungy looking gray, and I'm totally digging on it. So I'm going to leave those just like that. Then I discovered surface ink, and this was life-changing. So the surface ink that I'm going to use is going to be the cornflower for this particular one that we're doing. So I'm going to take this surface ink, cornflower, and this is out of the spring collection from Brutus Monroe. This is multi-surface, like you can use it on anything. And I'm just going to run it around the edges. I want really good coverage. I'm just running it around the edges. And it is okay if it's not perfect. Right. Getting all that white. And this is the blue. It matches the little bird. Now it is wet right now. It will smear if I touch it. So just be kind of careful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat set it. And I'm probably going to have to set this down because I'll burn my fingers. But we'll do it for as long as I can like this. Okay, so I believe this is dry. I'm going to let it cool for just a minute because it's pretty hot. But anyway, the surface inks work on vellum, acetate, paper. It's amazing what these things can do. And once they're dry, they're set. I do have some water right here, and I can't submerge the entire domino in the water because I have not sealed this yet. But I do want to take and run a little bit water on the side to see how it holds, if it really is indeed, you know, if it is all-purpose surface ink. I've never done this before, so it is a risk, but we will see. So let's see here. I'm getting nothing off of my finger at all. So yeah, it's all, I mean, it's for every surface. This is like a porcelain type surface, and you know, it didn't come off at all. This is set. So this is awesome for this project. It's so hard for me to find ink that can be put on a domino and have it not smudge. I'm not worried about it. And once I go ahead and seal the top of it with my Dimensional Magic, this is good. This is, I mean, I could dump it in water and it would be okay. I probably wouldn't want to, you know, leave it at the bottom of a pool, but you know, sometimes things happen. If I have this on my keychain and I spill my coffee, it's not ruined. My, you know, my key probably is ruined because it's that high technology thing that's not really a key, but a, what is it called, a FOD or a FOD, or I don't know, but it's expensive. That's probably ruined, but this won't be. And that's all that matters. Okay, so I'm totally rambling. I'm going to show you how to seal this now. So what you're going to do is you don't want to shake the bottle. That creates air bubbles. However, for this project, I really like air bubbles in it, but I don't want to ruin my entire thingamodge-podge, so I'm not going to do that. And I already have a bubble right there. If you do have a bubble and you don't want it, all you have to do is take a needle and just pop it. I'm not trying for bubbles, but I'm also not going to stop it if it happens. And then you just, I kind of just pull it out a little bit to make sure I get the edges. Sometimes it goes off kilter over the side. I am working on a non-stick mat. It's really old, but it works. So if it does do that, it's not the end of the world. And this just is going to seal in this image. I let this sit for usually overnight. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning right now, so this should be up and set. They say 5 hours, so this should be good by this afternoon. I'm in no hurry. Okay, so this is, and I just want to make sure again, I got those edges nice and covered. I want the whole thing to be sealed. So that's going to dry, and when it's done, it's going to create an image like this. So these dominoes, I just love them. There's so much you can do with them. You can put a little loop, make it into a pendant for a necklace. Or my favorite thing is just to add a magnet to the back of it and use it as a magnet on your refrigerator or metal surface. I have areas in my craft room that I could use some magnets on. Or this is kind of fun. You can make a purse charm out of it. So you can just do the same technique you would for a necklace, adding a loop, and then do different layers of leather off of a little clip and clip it on your purse. And you can add in some beads or add in some more metal pieces. You know, at that point, if I was doing that with this, I probably would go ahead and do something on the back too. Maybe not. You can also use this, make these up. I have actually one of these in my car mirror as kind of a decorative piece in my car. So there's lots to do with these. You can use them on your projects. If you like these but you don't want to take the time to make them, I am going to have them for sale in my Etsy store, which is Naughty and Nice. And you can go ahead and purchase them already done up like this from me. These three will not be available because they're mine. I really like them. I mean, I can always do another digital print if you really want them. You know, you can email me on Etsy and say, hey, I really want those 3 that you're keeping, and I'll make you some. But I'm going to sell them in sets of 3. The tattoo will be the first available, and I think I'm going to do $10 for the set of 3. 10 or 12, I haven't decided yet. And then I'm going to do the cowboy ones next week. But my whole intention on this is not necessarily to sell them, but it's to use them in my projects, because these are going to be magnets. I love them. I just think they're so cool. They're so versatile. You can use them on anti-C cards, on layouts, on regular cards. There's so much to do. But anyway, this is just a fun little project, and I highly recommend Brutus Monroe Surface Ink for everything. I have 2 of his sets right now. I desperately need all of them because I'm going to use them a lot doing stuff like this. This is just so cool. And again, the Raven will work for this kind of cool look if you want to do something like this. I kind of like that grungy look on this. You just apply it, heat set it, and then just kind of rub off the excess, and you're left with that. So let's see, since I'm standing here, let's see if this is water resistant too. Now if it's not, don't get disappointed, because that's not what the Raven ink is really for. No, it's not coming off either. So that's something else to think about when you need ink. But anyway, this is a great ink. So anyway, check out the links I have provided for you in the description, and it'll take you right to where you need to go to get the inks. And the Dominoes, I think I picked up at Walmart, set of 50 for $10. I know I can probably do better, but I was anxious. So anyway, until next time, make sure you like this video, follow if you haven't, and share. I will talk to you later. Bye. Oh, I almost forgot. In this set, I can go ahead and just show you what's in the rest of this tattoo set. This is going to be, and I haven't finished them yet. I still need to go ahead and clean them up, add the ink, and sandpaper them down. This is going to be one set. This is one set. This is a second set. This is a third set. The other piece I just made, so I can't move it. The other piece is this one, in which we just did it. And that's going to go with this set. Whoop, that set. This is the fourth set. And that one I just need to add the glossy accents to, or the dimensional magic to. This is the fifth set. I really liked how these girls turned out, more so than what I had thought I would. I just think they're so cool looking. Sixth set. And the seventh set. And then of course you've seen the eighth set that I'm keeping. So anyway, until next time, happy creating!